Okay, I want to say hi again, everybody. It's only me, Youre Richard, and I'm sitting out here in this big wet square in the middle of the city, just opposite the park. And I thought in this video I'd like to talk to you for a little short moment, if I may. I'm going to make a few videos, and videos, and I think this is a good place to come to make some chats sometimes. In this video, I want to basically say to you, okay, I want to talk up again about the violence in the world. Sorry about the wind, okay? I know there's a lot of wind blowing, so sorry about the sound, okay? And also the sound of the traffic. Yeah, I love this nice wind, okay? It feels so nice, it's so cool and refreshing. Anyway, I want to talk to you about this a little bit here now. Yeah, so, you know, so basically violence, okay, so I've seen so much violence, increase at a high level of violence, an increase in violence in the West, like in videos that I see, like in England, in the UK, okay, or London especially, where I come from, London. But as I said, I was born in London, and I grew up in London. I lived in London for like 20 something years, 1 or 2 years, 21 years, 22 years. And I moved to China, and I've been living and working in China till now, and I'm 36 years old now. So I'm married, my wife's Chinese, and I'm living here, and it's much more peaceful, much more safer, and a lot of reasons why I would like to stay here more, you know. So yeah, I've stayed here for 13 years. I've stayed here for 13 years so far. Starting the 14th one soon, but the thing is that this year is the year 2018 in this video, okay? So it may look old by the time you see this, it may be. But yeah, I want to just basically say, I want to bring up this subject, okay? I want to bring up the topic of violence in general, violence and crime, like violent crime basically in general, that you see a lot of now, well, all over anyway, in general. When it comes to like America, in the UK, obviously there's a lot of gun crime, and it does happen in other parts of the world, like the UK and London as well. But in London, they've got the biggest problem now is they've got like a lot of knife crime. There's so much knife crime with people carrying knives, and you know, it's really, really dangerous. Becoming more and more dangerous over there. A lot of criminals, you know, with guns, also with knives. Sorry, mostly knives. And it's like very, very dangerous, as I say. So you know, so I've been here in China, as I said, for 13 years now. I've been living here 13 years. But when I was, before, when I was living in London, I didn't feel safe at all. It was like very dangerous anyway. But now, I'd be more scared. Where it's become, from what I've seen, just from what I see on the videos and online and on the news, all these gang fights. I saw a video where there was people, you know, attacking the police, you know, and fighting with the police, and it's up now. They don't care if it's women, if it's old people. They just attack everybody. You got young people on drugs, and you know, and all kinds of things. You know, obviously alcohol's bad too, but the things I see on the news, you know, there are other things too, like terror attacks, obviously, and there are like, you know, rapes, terror attacks, robbery, mugging, things like religious groups too, like who fight each other and all this, and whatever amongst each other. But the thing I'm talking about, my main point I'm talking about, is really just the knife crime in general amongst like the youths. And it's not always immigrants. You get a lot of crime from immigrants and stuff, but you also get a lot of crime from individual, like from actual whatever race. But I'm saying people that from the actual country themselves, like nationals, you know. So it's just really, really scary when you see all this. Now, a lot of for a long time, you know, of course, for a long time now, it's always been the same story, the same thing, like. Some young people, some groups who join these gangs and form gangs and things like that, who come from like rough neighbourhoods or the ghettos, as they say, you know, and they say like they've been let down by their family, you know, by their country, so by the country, by the family, by everything, there's no jobs for them, or whatever reasons it is, they say that they fall into their bad ways, into a life of crime and violence. It's almost like blaming. What I'm trying to say is, people. This is the problem with people. I think people blame people. People blame people, or blame something outside of themselves. People blames like the world, like something outside of themselves. Whether it's true, it doesn't matter if it's true. Yeah, okay, it doesn't matter, I know, but true or not, right? The point is, their own actions, what they do, all the violent, anything, taking drugs, whatever, beating people up, robbing people, trying to kill people, whatever it is, this life they lead, whether they choose to work or they don't want to, or they do want to, or every step, so everything you do is your own choice. So it's like, maybe like you come from a family, maybe, let's say for example if you came from a family, and if your family were very mean to you, if your mother and father starved you, and you were starving, you had no food, and they was treating you terrible, what do you think is the right thing to do? Do you think you should go and rob another family, or just beat someone up, kill someone, steal their money? No, how can that be right? That's not the way to make a society. And they say, well, there's no way you can do anything. The government doesn't listen to people, and everybody needs a job. It's like a jungle, and everybody's fighting amongst each other, and they need to survive. It's like a prison mentality. The same in the prisons, right? Wild animals. Like in a prison, they say, well, it's just the way things are in prison. It's like hunt or be hunted, and it's that same sort of thing. It's that bully victim mentality. It's the same with two little children. It's the same. They want to be treated the same as the other one, or better, for fear of being treated worse or looked down upon. So what you get now in the life, though, it's the same. Anyone, attitude, people, the way they talk to each other, it's on a daily basis. People in a workplace, anywhere, two brothers or sisters at home, love between two, excuse me, the phone fell down. Sorry, but I'm saying even love between a couple. Let's say a loving couple. It's not even real love. They're just paying each other. There's some reason. They love this person because this person does this for them, and then the same back and forth. They want to be with the right person. What I'm trying to say is, they say they want the right friends. Yeah, people want the right friends. They want better friends. They want a better job. They want a family. They want better real love. The real lover. They want everything better. It means they're not happy. They don't see what the problem is now. What's really the problem? Why is it so terrible? And people turn around, and they, of course, you can't look at everything, it's complicated, but you can't, but people just say, look, everybody has their problems, I want my respect, and they say, because you, this, that, that's it, because you're treating me this way, or because you're not treating me that way, or because you give me this shit on a spoon, a spoon to eat, or nothing, or it's always because, but how about just forget that, just be positive in yourself. You could be rich now. You could be living in a mansion, a big house in a mansion. You could have 100 bedrooms, 10 cars, 2 swimming pools, 100 girlfriends, whatever, anything. You could have everything. But I'm saying you can only eat off of one plate. You can only drive one car at one time. You can only watch that one computer screen, right? Your movie you're watching. You can only sleep on that one bed. You only can live this one day, this 1 hour, how you're going to use it, right? You can only use one pen to write, read one book at the same time. So what I'm trying to say is, it's the same. I'm not saying, I don't mean you should not want a better life. If you want more, you can work for it. You can try and do things. You can try to improve your life. Yeah, but I'm saying, do it the right way. And you should understand that you are a human being and you're successful anyway. I'm successful now. I'm not rich at that, but I'm better off than some people. Yeah, I'm better off than some people, and I'm worse off than some people. Maybe you say it's a lot of people, and there's a big history here, whatever you want to say. It's not about past, present, future, cultures, history, people, any kind of ideology. you can say anything, racialism, what's in the fashion, what's popular, what's not popular, ideas versus ideas, the group versus the individual, religion, anything you want to say, technology, science, real world society things and how things are changing. All of this stuff is relevant. Everything affects our lives, and people are having to take note of everything we're doing because it's all having consequences. Technology, okay, hold on. I know technology is doing wonders for the society, but it's also doing bad things. Like people are worried, like in the future, technology will result in us having less jobs because AI and robots will be taking over everything, which they currently are doing at a slow, steady pace. And people are worried that, okay, in the future, different areas of society or different parts of the world will be, advancing. Not everybody will be able to afford that such technology and certain things. It's the same as anything: food, medicine, the necessities of life. So when it comes to like tools, which are the necessities of life, people see cars as a necessity. But I'm just saying, let's say I don't have a car. But I'm just saying, let's say technology and AI. The kind of things that's like turning people into robots anyway. Most people are brain dead and brainwashed. A lot of young people are just on their phones, and older people now every day, and there's less communication between human beings, and thus spreading to more erratic mind action into violence, which manifests in the physical. If you hold on 1 second, what I'm trying to say is there's so many topics here, yes, real topics which do relate to the real world around us. And when with technology developing at such a pace, it is scary because obviously technology is great, obviously, but certain things in technology, but some things can be harmful, I feel, and some parts of technology, don't forget, are also going to result in people, as I say, losing jobs, which is going to cause more of a friction between people, so to speak. Now, a lot of the fighting and the violence in the world, they say the money is the root of all evil. People fighting for money so they can control something. You may say it's land, food, water, all of the resources, food, water, land, the basic stuff, farming, medicine, housing and all that. But really, they're getting it back to front. They're saying that, that really it's that money. They want this stuff. They control this because they want to get more money. It should be they want this stuff. Having a life. But as I say, one person can only eat one meal. One person can only basically live in one house, even if you say for one day. So what I'm basically saying is you can do more. You can have like a nice Ferrari and a nice Lamborghini. You can have multiple houses, living in different parts of the world and move around if you want to. But what I'm trying to say is people are not free. They're like imprisoned to their own ideas. Their own ideas being that they need to have more, or they'll have nothing, or they will be worth nothing. A lot of the material things that people want in life, they don't even want. They only want it so that they seem powerful. They want to have a big house. They want to have the most expensive car on the road. They want to dress in the most designer, fancy wear, that they wear clothes. They want to eat at the fancy restaurants. They want everybody to look at them like they are an important person, whether they are or they aren't. And they want to be somebody in society, because if not, you're not going to get anywhere. But people also talk about things like, okay, work. Like I say, I work to live. I don't live to work, because I really love the beauty in life and I want to enjoy life. That's what it's about, like the best you can. But the thing is, a lot of people say, well, you can't enjoy life. If you don't have money, you can't live. Obviously, that's right, but they don't mean that when they say that. Yes, if you don't have food and if you don't have the basics of life, you're going to die. You can't live. Too many homeless people all over the world in some of these rich countries too. But I'm saying that they don't mean it. A lot of these people, they just want more and more and more, and they're never satisfied and they're never happy. When they're with the people that they're surrounded with, they're fighting and arguing. When they're with their lover, they're fighting and arguing. When they're with their phone, they're just pissed off, but it's still taking up their life and they don't know where the stress is coming from. A lot of these people are ill. Some people are going around the world having sex changes, plastic surgery, all kinds of stuff, designer tattoos. If you want to do that, you can. You can wear any fashion, dye your hair, all these whatever implants you have in your body to look like, the sea creature or whatever you want to look like. People doing all kinds of things, and on the weekend they're going to go to the Comic Con, whatever it is. I know People are taking all kinds of drugs just to try something, or just drinking too much to just get pissed and forget about chilling on weed. They do all kinds of things to try to escape the reality that they can't face who they are. And the reason they can't face who they are is because they believe that they are a lower form of humanity based on how the world is treating them, or how they perceive the world is treating them, whether it is or isn't. Because there are certain things in society, okay, bullying and stuff like that too, in schools and with adults. But let's say children bullied in school. Now, I was bullied in school too, but I'm just saying, some victims of bullying, they believe that they really are weak. They're told they're weak, they're told they're foolish, they're told they're wrong by their parents, by their teachers, by everybody, even adults. And they start to believe it. This is wrong. You need to understand your abilities. And you're not a lower form of human life, a life form, to just be limited by your knowledge and abilities or anything. You can always strive to do better and do more. And it doesn't always mean that it has to be something you get from another person or from another place and that. You should believe in yourself right here, right now, and who you are. You're actually valuable to yourself. And once you're valuable to yourself and your own ideas are valuable, you can start to really understand that you're free, and everything else outside of you that you get, is it on the physical world, things, money, items, a house or whatever, even people and friends, those things are just an extra, extension as such. And the bad things you can just let go of like rubbish, just chuck it away. And the good things you can, keep in that. But don't let it own you. Don't be owned, It's the same with anything. It's the same with whether it be anything that there's people talking about racism now, and there's also people living in the ghettos, in the hoods, who believe, like these young people who believe there's no opportunities, or there's less opportunities, there's not a lot of jobs, work available to them, or things for the young people. So a lot of people feel let down by the system or by like the government, things like that. I don't have all the answers, and I'm not saying that I have all the answers. I've talked about different things like gun crime, knife crime, but I'm saying in the past as well. But I'm saying like, we've got to understand, we need to understand what's right or wrong. You don't need to take drugs all the fucking time, drinking, smoking, or swearing like this. You don't need to be drinking all the time or taking drugs and being intoxicated. You don't need to be a violent person. You do need to protect yourself if you need to. Yes, laws should be there to protect you. Yes, the family should be there to protect you. Your friends, we should all protect each other and protect ourselves and humanity harmoniously. And the country should be protecting you. That's right. And it fails us and it lets us down. And that's what makes us violent, because we feel we have to fight and we have to protect ourselves. That's why you get fights on the street. If someone's not going to stand up for themselves, they might get beat the fuck down. It happens in schools, it happens on the street, it happens in prison systems, and it happens in countries where guns are or aren't legal to whatever different levels, where someone feels they have to carry something to protect themselves. You get people travelling across borders, people travelling all around the world, loads of immigrants and people that want to get a better life. It's that same ideology again, that same thing too. Some people are running from actual danger and fear for their lives. Some people are starving in their own countries due to whatever reasons. Some people are living in danger because it's a dangerous place they're living in. And so they travel to other countries by the thousands sometimes, like what's happening now around the world, which causes friction between people too. You can't have everybody come and live in your one house, right? But everybody wants better and they want more and they deserve a better. But you can't say because your family is treating you a certain way, you break into someone else's house. But what I'm trying to say is there are also people who don't really realise that they do have a home. There's people who are living in even in rich countries and in the West and stuff too. There's people that have a home and they have stuff. There's some people living in the ghettos, in the hoods. I'm not saying just put up with the shit, just be let down by society and just eat off a shit spoon. But they give you, no, I'm saying, but there's people who don't realise. There's people on the internet, they've got phones, they're walking around. Some people sell drugs or stolen things and stuff to items to get they've got different ways. Some people go to prostitution and stuff. There's all kinds of things people will do to try to make money. But what I'm trying to say, violence, extortion, that happens in prison as well as outside prison, right? So what I'm trying to say is out and in. So what I'm trying to basically say in that, is you get people, and I'm speaking kind of fast here, I'm kind of in a hurry, I need to go somewhere, but I'm just getting this out, okay? Think about this, right, yourself. Think about what you're doing on a daily basis and try and spread a message of peace if you can, and be peaceful in yourself. Whether you're religious or not religious, that doesn't matter, but be a peaceful person. Get real in touch with reality before you can talk about what else you want to do and what you want to have and why you want it. If you want to dress a certain way or you want to have this and have that just to show your power because you're afraid that other people will look down upon you, and you walk around acting tough and speaking in a loud voice and getting the same haircut as somebody else to look like this or that, and you're acting tough, or you're trying to be the bully because you are afraid that people will not, you won't fit in, right, and people will put you down. That means you're a slave to them. That means you're a victim, and you're always going to be bullied, and you feel weak. You may be confused with society. You may be a bit nervous sometimes because there's a lot of challenges we face in life. But if you understand your abilities, you'll understand what you're really about, this reality. And if you understand yourself, you'll understand that there's nothing to actually be afraid of. You just understand yourself. You should not be afraid of yourself and confused in yourself. Now, if you want better, you can do certain things. If you want to work together, we can do things together too. As well as individuals and together, different things. But what I'm trying to say is, there's people that are fighting, they're trying to get more. Stealing is not the way to go. Violence is not the way to go. People being destructive to the world and destroying is not the way to go. People marching from here to there, risking their lives, it blows my mind. Some people risk their lives when I feel I don't know what they're doing it for. Don't just join a team and follow a team for no reason. But there are lots of people who moan and complain that they want a better life when they already have a little apartment they live in. It might not be great. They want better, they deserve better, yeah, everybody's living a better life. No, I don't give a fuck where anybody else lives, excuse my language. If I have a bed to lay on, if I have a table with food on it, a computer and internet, fair enough, that's me, I can shut up. I'm saying reality is, I'm not hard done by like that, I'm not dying. There's some people with cancer, there's some people that get told they've got cancer, there's some people that have just lost their eyes, they're blind, deaf, crippled, they can't walk anymore. There's people dying with terrible diseases and things like cancer and conditions, poison or whatever. And these people are in hospital now and they're crying. They would chuck money away. They don't want it. There's other people in the world who have hardly anything, who are really, really starving too, and they would give anything to you. And those people that are in the ghettos living, or certain people in parts of the world who feel they're hard done by, and maybe they are in some ways, and they are discriminated against, and they are treated badly, fair enough, and it's fucking wrong, and things need to be changed. But what I'm trying to say is, you are entitled to a life, but you're entitled to a life before you say material things. Don't follow the materialistic bastards and want to be like them. What I'm saying is giving in as well. You've got to be real about certain things, before, not just realistic. And you get people, you know, in starving parts of the world who, if they saw you coming from wherever you come from in the world, or if you are in your own country, or you're like from a ghetto, run down, you feel you're run down, but you're driving a car or a motorbike or something, and you've got fancy name brand clothes or whatever, certain things you've got, it's not, you know what I mean, a chain around your neck, trying to be the next hip, probably on addiction, on some kind of drugs. You need money for that, right? You could have spent that money on some food. That money would have actually been worth a lot more in other poor parts of the world. And you know what I'm saying, different races in different countries. So there are actual poor people. Not all homeless people are lazy and either in this or that, or negative people. Some people fall into that, but some people are always still positive, but they're just like brought down, but they just, you know, really run out of a home and run out of a life. So what I'm trying to say as such is, there's people in the world who are starving and really got bones sticking out from them, and they're starving, they need water, and you've got dirty water to drink, there's no food. I know fucking this, I know this. So I'm just saying, right? Yeah, and then you see these videos online with these videos of people in the UK or in the US with chains around their neck, carrying guns, knives or whatever, going around robbing people and that. When they didn't actually come, they just left home. Some of them, I'm saying a lot of them, not everyone, but a lot of them, actually had an apartment. They just chose to leave their schooling, no matter what kind of school, I know, but it's not always perfect schooling. But I'm just saying, I know the government lets people down, but I'm saying people, they choose to join a gang. Some people choose the gang over a family. Some people choose a life of crime, addictions, rather than being logical. You know, and they just choose to carry a knife and I don't know, but there must be a way. We all should be more positive, and individuals should find different ways in life too, you know, for themselves. If you bear with me 1 minute, I just need to check the time. So what I'm trying to say is, know what you want in life. Why do you want it? What do you want to do with it? What do you actually want to do with that thing that you want, that you want to have? What do you want to do with it? What does it mean? Okay, I'm going to leave this place now. I'm going to get up. Thanks for listening to me. I sat here using my time to talk to you in front of a lion. They say Richard the Lionheart. I don't know. It's been a rainy day, but the sun shines in what we believe. I'll do more videos here, maybe by the lion. It's pretty meaningful, I think. 2 lions here. Maybe these guys should communicate. It is spitting with rain. I need to head back now to where I'm going. Some people are lucky to have a job, and you don't know how fucking lucky. I can't go into words. And you know, I've faced a lot of things in my life that people will not believe, and I've faced a lot of negativity. There are people in the world who are being abused, bullied, and treated really badly. Fair enough, but there are people that treat themselves badly too. Is what I'm trying to say. And you can always try. You can always try and strive for better in your life. But better doesn't always mean what some people mean. Don't just follow the crowd, follow reality. What's true, what is really useful, you know? Okay, we found a good new place to sit, okay, well, sometimes maybe. Okay, I'm going to head back now. It's not an HD video, but I'll get this to you soon, okay? Yeah, it blows my mind though to think, you know, I'm lucky to have a roof over my head. I'm living in a foreign country too, but I was let down by my country, but I never went to a life of crime or violence. And I wouldn't be in another country either. I'm respectful to myself. I'm respectful to anyone in their own home, you know. Okay, so I'm grateful for anything I'm given in life. I don't take bullshit. I don't talk to people's backs. I don't talk to someone's back and follow them around like a dog. No, I respect myself. Self-respect first, and good health, healthy mind, healthy body. Not comparing yourself to this or that and what you feel, how hard you've been treated either, because the bullies are always wrong, don't forget, and you've got to treat yourself better than people are treating you, and it doesn't mean to go and shout and argue and fight with them to prove a point, because bullies don't understand anyway. They're just insane, don't forget. If you're a sane person, be right in yourself. Get right, do right, find another way. There must be more ways you can try, and positive ways. I need to run, there, it's starting to rain, okay, I need to hurry, so I can't talk too much, I need to hurry now. But thanks for watching this video, it's very meaningful to me at least. And you just take care of yourselves, okay? Be safe wherever you are, healthy and safe. This is what the meaning of it is. It's not about talking about this, talking about that, and just looking at your phone all day, moaning or fighting. No use to that for your life. You know. So thanks for watching this. And yeah, that's reality. You know the reality. Somebody else gets it, so you have to get it, you know. It's just like childish mentality. You can get more than that in the long run, you'll see. And respect for yourself goes a lot further. Respect yourself first. You know what I mean? Be real to yourself. Talk to you later.